In the silent theater of space, where the darkness is broken only by distant stars and the faint blue glow of our planet, a new chapter in humanity's story was unfolding. Our stories, our hopes, and our warnings are now written in light and data, streaming invisibly across the void, connecting us to the fate of our world below. For over a year, MethaneSAT, a vigilant sentinel orbiting high above, sent us urgent truths about an invisible threat: methane pollution. It watched over oil fields, gas facilities, and remote landscapes, revealing what the naked eye could never see. Then, in July 2025, the messages stopped. The silence was sudden and chilling. The data streams that once pulsed with life went dark, leaving only questions in their wake. MethaneSAT was more than a machine. It was a promise, a symbol of accountability, innovation, and a shared global effort to heal our atmosphere. Scientists and engineers from around the world had poured their hopes and expertise into its creation. Its disappearance left a void not just in our data, but in our mission to protect our only home. The absence was felt deeply, a reminder of how fragile progress can be. The satellite, an $88 million marvel, was backed by visionaries and the Environmental Defense Fund. It had just begun its critical work, carrying the weight of global expectations and the dreams of a cleaner future. Its purpose was clear and urgent: to find and measure methane pollution from oil and gas operations worldwide with a level of precision never before achieved. It was our eye in the sky, holding polluters accountable and empowering change. For 17 months, MethaneSAT painted a new, honest picture of our industrial impact, mapping emissions across continents and exposing the true scale of the problem. Now, Mission Control stares at empty screens, haunted by the question: what happened? The silence is heavy, a void where answers should be. The silent orbit of MethaneSAT is a stark reminder: our journey to a sustainable future is fragile, and every tool we build is precious. In the darkness, we are left to wonder, how do we move forward when a promise goes dark? To truly understand what we have lost, we must first appreciate what MethaneSAT represented for our planet and our future. It was a cosmic canary, built on a simple but powerful idea: you can't fix what you can't see. MethaneSAT was designed to reveal the invisible, to make the hidden dangers of methane pollution visible to all. Methane, a major driver of climate change, is colorless, odorless, and elusive, escaping detection by the naked eye and traditional sensors. For decades, we had only rough estimates, no hard data to hold polluters accountable, no way to pinpoint the worst offenders or measure progress. MethaneSAT changed that, uniting philanthropy, science, and the public good in a global effort. It brought together the world's brightest minds and boldest organizations to tackle a problem too big for any one nation. Launched into a sun-synchronous orbit, MethaneSAT provided consistent, precise measurements of methane leaks worldwide, day after day, revolutionizing our understanding of emissions. Methane is a super-potent greenhouse gas. Tackling it offers our best chance to slow global warming quickly, buying us precious time to address the climate crisis. MethaneSAT's goal was clear: empower companies and countries to plug leaks, not just catalog problems, and inspire real action on the ground. Its mission was to gather the most precise data on oil and gas methane emissions ever collected and make it public for all to see and use. This radical transparency meant anyone, citizens, journalists, regulators, could see the truth, demand accountability, and push for change. Protecting our atmosphere is a public trust, and MethaneSAT was the world's watchdog, tirelessly scanning the skies for the sake of all life on Earth. Its loss is a blow to global accountability, a setback for climate action, and a reminder of how much work remains to be done. MethaneSAT's heart was its technology, eyes that could see the invisible. Its spectrometer detected methane by analyzing sunlight reflected from Earth, pinpointing leaks with extraordinary precision. Unlike other satellites, MethaneSAT combined high precision with a wide field of view, mapping emissions across entire oil and gas basins. This wide-angle vision revealed the true scale of methane pollution, not just isolated leaks. Onboard processors and advanced algorithms turned raw data into actionable insights, distinguishing oil and gas emissions from other sources. It could pinpoint major leaks, a leaky pipeline, a malfunctioning flare, and quantify their impact. The public data portal made this information freely available, democratizing climate science. Anyone with internet access could become a climate auditor. MethaneSAT empowered citizens to protect the planet, not just observe it. Its revolutionary gaze set a new standard for transparency. The end came without warning. On July 3, 2025, MethaneSAT completed its 7,842nd orbit, transmitting clean data as usual. All systems were nominal, no hint of trouble. The next day, silence. No signal, no data. Frantic commands were sent, but the cosmos remained silent. The last contact 4:17 UTC over the South Pacific. After that, nothing. In space, many things can go wrong. Catastrophic power failure, battery malfunction, or a collision with debris. Even a tiny fragment traveling at immense speed could destroy a critical component. Despite the loss, the mission was not a failure. For 17 months, MethaneSAT delivered a wealth of data, reshaping our understanding of methane pollution. Its technology worked, and proved global monitoring is essential. The data will fuel discoveries and inform policy for years. MethaneSAT's legacy is secure. It showed us a future where we can no longer hide from our impact. To grasp MethaneSAT's loss, we must understand methane's power. Methane, CH4, is the main component of natural gas. When it escapes unburned, it's a climate accelerant. Over 20 years, methane traps more than 80 times the heat of CO2. Though it breaks down faster, its short-term impact is immense, responsible for about 30% of today's warming. The good news: cut methane now, and we see rapid climate benefits. Methane is the low-hanging fruit in the climate fight. MethaneSAT replaced industry guesses with direct measurement, showing exactly where the biggest leaks were. Losing it means losing our best tool for fast, cost-effective emission cuts. The problem child is now harder to watch. MethaneSAT's true legacy was radical transparency. Before it, methane data was opaque, controlled by industry or based on rough estimates. MethaneSAT made high-resolution, verifiable data public, transforming the climate conversation. It revealed actual emissions were often 2 or 3 times higher than reported, exposing massive super-emitter events. This evidence closed the gap between promises and reality. Researchers refined climate models, journalists held companies accountable, and regulators targeted enforcement. MethaneSAT was the verification tool for global pledges, turning commitments into action. Its data created a culture of accountability. Environmental performance became a visible fact. Its loss dims this spotlight, making it easier for the truth to hide. MethaneSAT's disappearance comes at a critical time. Its loss creates a dangerous vacuum in global emissions monitoring, worsened by shifting politics. In 2025, U.S. regulatory rollbacks left non-governmental actors like MethaneSAT as primary watchdogs. Now that independent oversight is gone. Other satellites exist, but none match MethaneSAT's precision, coverage, and public data commitment. The world is at a tipping point. Climate impacts are accelerating, and the window to act is closing. International bodies need robust, transparent data to track progress. MethaneSAT built trust between nations with objective information. Without it, climate diplomacy risks stalling over unreliable, self-reported data. We need redundancy. More satellites, more transparency, no single points of failure. MethaneSAT's silence is a warning. Our planetary watch is not as vigilant as it must be. For Canada, a major oil and gas producer, MethaneSAT's loss is a major setback. Canada's ambitious climate targets relied on the satellite's independent top-down verification of methane emissions. MethaneSAT's data revealed discrepancies. Emissions were likely higher than reported. This data was vital for targeting reductions and maintaining public trust. Without it, Canada's climate reputation and economic interests are at risk. The challenge now: fill the data gap with aerial surveys, ground sensors, and support for new satellites. Strong regulations must back up orbital observation. The view from space may be gone, but the responsibility on the ground remains. In the face of loss, despair is easy, but not the spirit that launched MethaneSAT. When setbacks strike, it's tempting to give in to disappointment, but the team behind MethaneSAT chose resilience. Their determination, fueled by a shared vision for a cleaner planet, kept hope alive even in the darkest moments. The mission's promise was not just hardware, but the idea that technology can drive accountability and sustainability. MethaneSAT was built on the belief that innovation can reveal the invisible, holding polluters accountable and empowering nations to act. It was a symbol of how science and technology can serve humanity's highest goals. Fortunately, the mission was ensured. Planning for a successor is already underway. The team is working tirelessly, learning from every challenge, and channeling their experience into designing an even more advanced satellite. The dream is far from over. In fact, it's evolving. 17 months of data provide a blueprint for an even more powerful next generation. These insights are invaluable, guiding the creation of new tools and strategies to monitor our atmosphere with greater precision and reach. The loss is a lesson in planetary stewardship and a call for bold investment in climate technology. It reminds us that progress is not always linear, but every setback is an opportunity to recommit to our planet's future. The world is watching, and the need for action has never been clearer. We need more projects like MethaneSAT, a constellation monitoring methane, CO2, forests, and oceans. Imagine a network of satellites working together to provide real-time data, empowering communities and leaders to make informed decisions for the health of our planet. Innovation must be fearless. The greatest risk is inaction. Every breakthrough starts with a bold idea and the courage to pursue it, even when the outcome is uncertain. The future belongs to those who dare to try, to build, and to dream. Philanthropists, governments, and the private sector must unite to fund our future. Only by working together, pooling resources, expertise, and vision, can we create the solutions our world so urgently needs. Collaboration is the key to unlocking a sustainable tomorrow. MethaneSAT's story is one of hope, of what we can achieve together. It's a reminder that when we unite for a common cause, we can overcome any obstacle and inspire the next generation to reach even higher. The satellite may be lost, but the light it shone remains, illuminating a path forward. Its legacy endures in every new idea, every partnership, and every step we take toward a healthier planet. Now, it's up to us to continue the mission and protect our only home. The future is unwritten, and together, we can ensure it is bright, sustainable, and full of promise for generations to come.